What is guys, Tyler once again, and I'm coming at you guys with another content of Cookie and Kingdom, and it is officially going to be the last tier list of 2022. Yes, I know we thought it was going to be the other one 2 weeks ago, but they actually added Pinecone Cookie about a week ago. So here we go, let's get to it. The last official tier list of 2022, including the addition of our newly added Pinecone Cookie. Keep in mind, guys, that before I get into the tier list, that this is all going to be based on my opinion as well as my experience inside the pure vanilla server, reaching top 500 for the last couple of the seasons as well as this current season. I am going to be trying to do that as well. But here we go, guys. Let's get into it real quick. There are some changes, not too many, but still there are some. So let's quickly go over it. So the meta, like always, is going to include now Financier, Brew, Purple Yam, Pinecone, as well as Sherbet, Frost Queen, Black Pearl, Captain Caviar, Clouded Cream, Herb, as well as BTS. So you guys already know the reason why Financier, Brew, Purple Yam are added into there. Those three tanks are really going to be good, especially right now. The combo of Financier Brute is probably going to be one of the most stable ones, as well as, you know, Purple Yam is still really good, but I think Brute is being used a little more often right now because some people are trying to take out BTS for someone like Carol and Herb, you know, in order to go more offensively. So, you know, against those kind of comps, definitely Brute instead of Purple Yam is going to be working a lot better because of the constant stuns. But Purple Yam is still very strong with the debuff resist as well as the self heal with the magic candy. So keep that in mind, guys. As well as Pinecone Cookie, the newly added cookie that we have, absolutely a beast, especially with someone like Sherbet, who is, you know, constantly being inside of the arena. And also with Financier, you know, Pinecone is an absolute beast of a cookie, being able to not only tank for the team but also destroy the back lane. All right, so definitely going to be a really strong team. There's a lot of different comps right now that I personally shared as well inside of the arena that you guys can use, and it is going to revolve around Pinecone and Sherbet. All right, so Sherbet, of course, is going to be one of the best DPSs right now with the Frost debuff, as well as so much, you know, self-sustain as well with the shield. All right, and then Frost Queen, amazing burst damage with the Frost debuff that has been added. So definitely going to be a super big comeback for Frost Queen. Black Pearl, Captain Caviar are still going to be a very strong DPS like always. Clouded Cream is actually really good right now too, coming back into the meta. You know, kind of like slowly climbing back up because of the fact that there's a lot of Pinecones being used, as well as Financier being used with no full solid almond. All right, he's able to really just kind of destroy those two when they don't focus on full solid almond, because their damage resistance is a lot less than what they could be. All right, and then Herb as well as BTS, of course, because of the fact that there's so many debuffs as well as Frost, right? You know, Herb is really good, as well as you know, BTS with the ability to not be debuffed or, you know, take any damage and constantly heal and provide those shield and additional buffs. All right, that's gonna be the meta. Now moving on to the SS tier, not much has changed. Some of the cookies have actually gone up here, and that's gonna include Darker Cow, Werewolf with the magic candy, Wallberry, Crunchy Chip, Caramel Arrow, Vampire, Espresso with the magic candy, Eclair, Oyster, Cream Unicorn, as well as Carol. So the cookies that kind of came up here is going to be Crunchy Chip, as well as Oyster and Carol. So those three cookies are super good right now too, being able to be used inside of a lot of different comps. Like I said, Oyster and Carol are really offensive right now, and some people are actually replacing BTS to add someone like Oyster as well as Carol and going more offensive build. And Crunchy Chip, you have already seen some of the builds, but being able to be used with Sherbet, you're able to decrease the attack speed of the main DPS by a ton, you know, even like preventing them from actually doing anything. All right, and the rest of them, you know, they're super good still right now. You know, the meta hasn't really changed too much, like I said, but it has really expanded. So that's the reason why a lot of these cookies are moving up to some of the tiers, being used inside a variety of teams. Now moving on to the S tier are going to be more of the DPSs as well as supports, and that's going to include Sea Fairy, Sherbet, Squid Ink with the magic candy, Rye with the magic candy, Pumpkin Pie, Macaron, Cotton, Pomegranate, as well as Parfait. So these cookies are super good, right? Not as good as some of the cookies in meta as well as SS tier, but they can, you know, easily replace some of them if you guys don't have some of these cookies in the top tiers. As well as the supports, they're more of, you know, situational, as well as you know, kind of replacing some of the cookies, like, you know, pomegranate with the attack buff, cotton for some of the stuns, as well as the, you know, versatility, and then macron for the attack and crit, parfait for the heal and the debuff resist, and things like that. Now moving on to the A tier are going to include milk cookie with the magic candy, hollowberry, cocoa, tea night, as well as the licorice with the magic candy, affogato, and pure vanilla. So the only real thing that has changed here for A tier is going to be that the cocoa has been actually added into A tier. I believe cocoa has a bit of a more, you know, sustain, as well as ability to be used inside of the arena right now, because some people are replacing BTS for someone like Carol. So adding cocoa in there has been a thing inside of the arena, because they still want the stun immunity from someone like Brute. And then licorice magic candy, yes, is a good magic candy, but it really isn't suited for arena as much as we thought it would be. So I think it's a better place to put it at A tier right now until an official real team comes out, which is probably going to be unlikely, but still, I think licorice cookie can be used, but very similar to how affogato is right now instead of the arena. Now moving on to the B tier, it's going to be strawberry crate, moon rabbit, red velvet, kumio, black raisin, cherry blossom, latte, twizzy gummy, snow sugar, mango, almond, as well as cream puff, mint choco, sparkling, as well as candy diver. So these cookies haven't really changed. Only snow sugar has kind of moved down, because, you know, snow sugar isn't really being used, as well as almond. So these cookies are going to be more niche, as well as not going to be used as much anymore, unless you guys really need to use them to replace some of the cookies that you guys don't have, which is mostly unlikely, because there's so many more options out there that are going to be better than these cookies. And now moving on to the C tier are going to be Madeline, dark choco, as well as raspberry, mollasauce, pastry, lilac, poison mushroom, and tiger lily. All right, these cookies definitely need magic candy in order to be used inside of the arena, and going to be focused on either some of the other contents of the game, or just not going to be used at all. And then the next one is going to be the ones even worse than the C tier are going to be chili pepper, fig, sonic, and tail. These cookies are probably not going to be used inside of any of the you know, game modes here, except for the fact that maybe Tails and Sonic for the Tara Sweet Chaos, but that's probably pretty much it. But there you guys go, a quick update on the tier list for PvP Arena for the 2022, and this is officially going to be the last one, guys. There's only a couple of days left, so hopefully you guys can use this tier list to climb the arena. There's also only a couple days left for the arena as well, so good luck with your arena climb. I'll be streaming that as well soon, so hope to see you guys there as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Good luck, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.